Up with education, down, down with deportation. Up with education.
Look, you got a lot of red on the screen. This is pretty good news for Donald Trump. This is the Harris versus Trump margin, unrounded margin. Look at this. In Arizona, Donald Trump up 5. In Georgia, up 4, though no clear leader. North Carolina, a similar story. Donald Trump up 3. Again, no clear leader. But you take it all together in these 3 key battleground states, 2 of which Joe Biden carried 4 years ago, we see that Donald Trump is ahead, and by an average of 4 points, significantly better than he did back in 2020 across all of these states.
I am old enough to remember last Tuesday,
Yeah, it might have been.
when there was New York Times, Siena battleground polling from Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Michigan that was all blue.
Yes, there was that polling from Pennsylvania. We had that other polling that essentially showed that Kamala Harris was doing very well in the Great Lakes. And this, to me, seems to be the increasing divide amongst these swing states. These are the averages in the polls, right? Take a look in the Great Lakes. Harris up 2, Wisconsin, Harris up 2, Pennsylvania, Harris up 2. Again, close races, but blue, not red. You jump over here with me to the Sun Belt battleground. You see a little blue at the top in Nevada, +1. We don't have any new polling from there. But you look at North Carolina, Trump up by less than a point. Arizona in the average, Trump up by 2. Georgia, Trump up by 2 in the average. So in the Sun Belt battlegrounds, more red than blue, predominantly red. In the Great Lake battlegrounds, predominantly, in fact, all blue, and this is going to be the divide I'm going to be looking at going forward, which is, do we continue to see that Kamala Harris does better in these Great Lake battleground states than she does in these Sun Belt battleground states?
Y'all know that Donald Trump got like the Muslim community to endorse him in Detroit?
Whoa.
Yeah, let me double check, but I'm sure that.
Well, I mean, if you
happened.
think about
They
a
got
lot
the
of their
big
values
values.
and the values that he's standing for, it just I see how they would align.
I don't want to just put nothing on the
The
Muslim community.
the IVLs, the
Well,
IVLs,
it might not be the entire community, probably
Wait.
just a group.
Wait, let me see. What?
IVL for trans. That's when y'all took it too far. For
Yep,
me. Y'all been took it too far.
No, I was right. Yeah, they did do that.
I can
All
see it.
Muslim city council. The Democrat mayor in Michigan just endorsed Donald Trump.
The mayor in Michigan.
This was a huge thing like a couple of days ago.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You know, I don't know.
Trump,
we
Trump,
know these polls are
Trump.
fake, but we know if it's close for Donald Trump, I think that's a dub. But let's keep going.
Well, you saw the first poll showed him like, oh, he got all these states. Like the other polls showed that he was winning Nevada. Now they saying he's losing it.
I ain't buying them. I just think when Kamala started doing interviews, she went down in the polls, bro.
I don't know. It's weird because like before, when Joe was tweaking, they were saying that Kamala was the worst person on the poll to be the next person in line.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they did say that.
So like, I'm so confused. Like now,
Yeah, that proves these polls are bullshit right here, man.
Polls are just.
I don't know who to believe at this
Yeah, 'cause
point.
no, who's
They
getting
just
polls,
them
like-
niggas just put numbers up there. They gonna say, man, we can't put no 5 or no 6, but 2, 2, 2, 1. That been like, well, right, put a 3 right there, so they can say we even lose.
That's what
For all
it
we
look
know.
like. For real. Because it's like, nobody knocked on our door to get polled. Did somebody knock on your door to get poll you? Did CNN pull up? Like, who they pulling up on? Is this online polls?
What's the
Do
margin?
we need to sign up for them?
Hey, look, this is how we get away with it. It's a margin of error. Just put something up there.
It's a big margin of error.
So this
We
might not get me right.
totally doubt now.
I just look at the New York Times Siena poll that came out today, and there are still some long-term warning signs for the Harris campaign. The economy, immigration, cost of living issues are all at the top of mind of voters, and Donald Trump continues leading on all of those issues. That is something everyone is focused on. And part of the reason is that, she doesn't want to do interviews, she doesn't want to risk campaign. The economy, immigration, cost of living issues are all at the top of mind of voters, and Donald Trump continues leading on all of those issues. That is something everyone is focused on. And part of the reason is that, she doesn't want to do interviews, she doesn't want to really outline any of her policy positions. 60 to 70% of this country believes we are on the wrong track. And 60 to 70% of this country believes we are on the wrong track. People know Donald Trump. They know his policies. That's why he's doing fairly well in these polls. They don't know a lot about Kamala Harris. And so I think he's speaking to these issues which affect all Americans across the board.
She shouldn't have did Oprah. That one was huge.
The Oprah one kind of exposed her a little bit.
And then turns out she had a teleprompter there. They showed a teleprompter right next to her.
Yeah.
She was reading off of it.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
If you can't go on Oprah,
But-
they're gonna vibe with you.
I feel like she messed up. This is where she messed up to me. When you kept saying the same lines,
Yeah, she'll send them over and over.
that's what hurt her.
That's
The
her
middle-aged single mother story. Nobody want to hear that shit right now. We trying to handle problems. We don't give a fuck about how you feel. None of that shit. Problem and what is the solution?
Literally.
That's how people think. What is the next solution? What is the next step? What is the next plan?
What's those three things he addressed?
But
People are worried about
What
those
is the
things.
scheme?
The thing is, she can't even address that she's in the current plan that's going on. That's the problem. That's why I honestly, when somebody tells me that Kamala is going to win, I mean, hey, man, some people say it's 50-50, man. I just don't
see
think
today
it is, bro.
Polly Market got her at 51.
Bro, I just don't believe that shit, bro.
Polly Market
Obviously,
got her at
like,
51?
Donald Trump's,
I'm finna bet.
he's winning like the young man vote, men
Black
voting,
man.
period. And now he got astonishingly better in the black male vote and in the Mexican Hispanic vote, man.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
why
like,
I think I think a lot of minority people aren't polling.
you know,
just
unless they
don't
just let
see.
the illegal immigrants
Like who
vote.
is going
Then
to the keep it 100? This might sound bad, but who the hell is going to the hood and taking polls? None of them. So y'all didn't get the hood's poll.
man, the
I'm
hood
just
might
being
not
real.
even vote like that.
It's
dog.
just, I think
We
it's
gotta
just
not-
women.
we gotta get out there.
This year,
We gotta get
this
out
time,
there.
I bet a lot, with social media and stuff, more people.
We got to
are.
go to the hood and we got to get it. We got to sign everybody up to vote.
How we
man.
So
can make
everybody who vote gets a free gram of weed. Oh, I'm gonna be there. That's what they gonna say.
Well, Lance, I just fundamentally disagree with that. The fact of the matter is, when you talk about concepts of a plan, or when you talk about drill, baby, drill, or no one can pin down where you stand on issues like IVF and others. And the fact is, Donald Trump and J.D. Vance have been on the record agreeing that they will criminalize a woman for making their own healthcare decisions. Most people, including Republicans, cannot articulate one single issue that Donald Trump stands for when it comes to everyday Americans. When have we heard from the former president about his plan on housing? When have we heard from him about a plan on work, wages, and wealth? We've heard from him on the fact that he wants to undo the Affordable Care Act. We've also heard from him that he thinks somehow or another there are black Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, who are eating cats and dogs. That's not a plan. That's not something the American people care about. But on the other hand, the journey for Kamala Harris, this woman of color, is twice as hard, half as much, and somehow or another, this minimally adequate standard for the former president seems to be okay in the Republican Party.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
He
The
thought
only
he
main
he thought he
policy.
ate with the twice as hard for half as much. He got that from Scandal.
The only
Olivia
main-
Pope said that on Scandal.
The only main
His mama
policy I
told
ever
him that.
heard Kamala steady fighting for is kind of bad because I see that they keep pushing this, and I feel like because they keep pushing this, it's pushing more people away. You see more about abortion than anything, any other problem right now. That is their front.
That is true.
That is their run. Like
It's not the economy.
it's literally abortion. They
It's
don't
Donald
talk
Trump
about nothing
don't wanna-
about no economy.
It's Donald
the
Trump
abortion.
Don't want
it's the abortion.
women to have the abortion. He's gonna let a woman die outside the hospital, bleeding outside the hospital.
Like,
That's what Donald Trump wants. But yeah, he got that from his mama. But that's black. You know, black people say that all the time. My brother got to work twice as hard for half as much in this country. That's what he trying to say. Nigga, Kamala got picked off DEI. You getting boosted for being black in this country, ugly ass nigga. I'm sorry.
Go pick up a football or something.
I'm sorry, brother.
Oh, don't say that. You're gonna be racist, boy.
I'm sorry, man.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
we
weird.
already debunked it, bro.
No, it's
like,
not
since
debunked.
It's debunked that he's literally not threatening anybody's right for abortion because if it's such an argument, hey, I don't want to deal with it. We have all these states in America. Let them decide what they're gonna do in their territory with abortion. How is that a problem? So
told
now
you.
he wants a woman to bleed outside a hospital. Obviously, he doesn't want that. Y'all putting words in that man's mouth, man. That's crazy, bruh. They want to boost that, but they never talk about the immigrants that has killed Americans all year long.
Nothing matters, bro.
When Joe Biden
abortion matters.
When Joe Biden went up there and said Lincoln Riley,
that don't matter.
So the poll said 4.6% margin of error.
Hey,
yeah, this is just
that don't matter.
They're trying to get media.
That.
It's about women health care.
What's more of a threat, an open border or leaving it up to the states?
Open border.
Like, come on, man.
So that's a fair point.
There are 43 days left.
Yeah.
I know Harris is giving a big economic speech this week, but what's left to change minds at this point?
Yeah, the debate part is really important because debates are an inflection point in a campaign and they get people to tune in. They both need a new debate, another debate. Donald Trump needs something to sort of change the momentum, and Kamala Harris still has to introduce herself to people. We're hearing that over and over again from swing state voters. They don't know her enough. So they should both want another debate. But the swing state voters we're talking to are really telling us they are still undecided because they know exactly who Donald Trump is. They still have questions about Kamala Harris.
They're not undecided about him.
Correct.
They're undecided about her.
Correct. And so they might stay home. They might vote third party.
He doesn't need the debate.
But they are wanting to hear more from Kamala Harris. And
about what?
About she has identified the correct problems, they say. They don't have enough specifics on the solutions, both politically and practically. What would she do to solve X problem, inflation, for example, and how would she get Congress to go along with it? These are two things that American voters, they're not stupid, they see as real political realities and problems, and they want to know more.
I told y'all, it's no solutions to the problems, man. It's no scheme. Like Brock said, what offense we running?
It's like she's saying, well, I could. It's like she just thought about that. Well, I could give them a 50%. Yeah, but I think they'll like that.
They really could have just threw anyone out there, and how much work they did to demonize Trump. That candidate would be in the same position that Kamala's in right now.
Bro, they didn't want to win, bro. I just feel like, at the end of the day, it was going to come down to the policies. I mean, all the other, fairy tale land.
We acted like this is over their head right now.
I don't think so.
Poly market.
Poly market don't mean shit.
Everybody just saying shit, but everybody wake up to one day, these people like
that. That's what I'm saying, though. It's not just over with. Like,
they just trying to get
just
clicks,
won. I think it went back.
It's over.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I feel like
it'll be close.
Y'all crucify me, people in the comment section. Y'all probably not. They was better off putting Tim as
you know what?
They was better off putting Tim. They was probably better putting Tim.
Hell no.
They was probably better putting Tim than Kamala.
That's wild, bro. No, absolutely not.
I think Tim would have been a better.
He wouldn't have got the black people like that. Tim wouldn't have got shit. What the hell he would have got?
Well, he did kind of help. He did help with the Black Lives Matter. That's why
Tim
they picked
who?
him.
Tim Walz, nigga.
Put him as what?
He's saying that's the president.
Candidate.
Nobody knew who he was.
Yeah, hell nah. You got to use the clout, bro. You got to have clout, bro. Everybody knew who Joe Biden was already. That's why he was up there. I mean, y'all right, man. Let me stop underestimating, man, because, man, there's been some signs in our neighborhood saying Kamala and Tim Walz that I've been wanting to snatch, but I ain't.
That's
did
illegal.
It, you know? Yeah, it is illegal. I ain't gonna do that, man. But
they gonna put 2 bullets in your book.
I definitely have been one that knock on their door and ask them, hey, brother, why are you voting for Kamala Harris? It honestly, man, I'm gonna be real. It surprises me when white people vote for Kamala, brother. Because
bro, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, it just surprises me because it's like, why? It's just like, okay, I can see why a black person would do it, but just like, what did she do to excite you, bro?
Like, they trying to be exclusive, bro.
I guess, man.
And then inclusive, bro.
I guess.
Trying to have diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump. I don't know.
Trump or Kamala? Trump or Kamala?
Trump. Definitely Trump. Donald Trump.
Trump or Kamala? Trump or Kamala?
Kamala.
Trump or Kamala?
It just changed.
Trump or Kamala? Trump or Kamala?
I'm gonna have to go with Trump, brother.
You could
Trump
tell
or Kamala?
Oh, absolutely Trump.
Trump or Kamala?
Trump.
Trump.
The purple hair?
Trump or Kamala?
I don't know who Kamala is.
It's the blue.
Electra Janis is the vice chair of the Washington County Board of Commissioners. A 28-year-old Republican voting for Trump, she thinks that Trump can keep the gains he made with younger voters when Biden was still in the race.
I will say when I'm voting for President Trump, I'm not voting for a person. I'm voting for his policies.
Breaking this morning, new polls with good news for Donald Trump in key battleground states as Vice President Harris unveils a new aggressive plan for the week. The closest election we have ever seen. That is what this one is, at least right now. Brand new polling this morning shows Donald Trump narrowly ahead in 3 critical battleground states, Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina. This after polls last week that showed the opposite. Harris narrowly ahead in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. The new polling from the New York Times and Siena College shows that Trump has a 5-point lead in Arizona. In Georgia and North Carolina, it is within the margin of error.
One of the things that we should note, and I don't know if we can show this number, I want to put this up on screen. Latino voters have moved away from Harris in Arizona. If you believe this New York Times poll, her lead has shrunk by 11 points in that voting block. She was at 60% in August, now 49%.
Hey man, I got
Mexicans are smart, bro.
No, for real, bro. I got some serious videos like in my phone. Like even them videos of shorts that I've been editing just with the guy that's been on our channel on our shorts guys. All Hispanic people say Donald Trump, bro. Like literally, out of probably 20 of them that answered the question, I would say
because they values, bro.
Maybe 2 of them say Kamala.
It's easy to see is the fact they work hard, you know.
But how can they go see through the bullshit? Obviously, I can see them seeing through the bullshit over black
it's
people.
It's our culture, bro.
No, black people is because they got we was in chains.
Yeah, I know, but the white people
culture.
that's like in our neighborhood, like, why would they vote for Kamala? But Ty's already said it's because, you know, it's the change. They want to feel good and inclusive and like they just doing something for. I want to see the first black woman president.
It's like the feel bad effect. Oh.
We've come so far.
After seeing the rap game, I can see why everybody black want to go Democrat.
I wouldn't see why, but I can see why they are.
The diddler.
What's the most important issue for determining your November vote? And this is Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, and average. Look at what's number one, the economy / inflation. 31%. That's a great issue for Donald Trump. He's always led on the economy and inflation. How about immigration? Issue number 2, 16%. Another great issue for Donald Trump. Only when we get down here to abortion at 16% is where Kamala Harris does particularly well. So 2 of the 3 top issues are issues on which Donald Trump does better than Kamala Harris. So not much of a surprise that he's leading the poll. How about this? I think this is really interesting. All right, choice for president, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina. All right, Hispanic voters. 4 years ago, Joe Biden won that vote, 66% in the Sun Belt. Look at where we are now. Kamala Harris at just 52%. So Kamala Harris struggling among Hispanic voters. Donald Trump doing considerably better than he did 4 years ago. How about black voters? Kamala Harris, again, leading here by a significant margin, right? She's getting 83% of that vote, but that is significantly short of Joe Biden's 92%. So the bottom line is, in the Sun Belt, which is much more diverse than the northern battleground states up in the Great Lakes, Kamala Harris is struggling among voters of color, Jake.
It's almost 20%. So we got.
You said you might be Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I can feel it.
You look Mexican.
Oh, man.
I just ain't like these
Hey,
names.
man, you know,
Your name is Pablo Adrian.
Black people, bro, Donald Trump got black people to wake up a little bit, bro. That's good. Joe Biden had 92%.
But you know why? It was the George Floyd.
I know, bro, but still, you know.
I mean, if you look at the Obama, I mean, even for Hillary, I bet more. It's probably above 83%.
Hillary probably might be the same as it is right now.
Nah, I bet. Let's look it up.
I wouldn't vote for Hillary.
I mean,
You're voting for Trump.
It's a CNN poll, though. How you gonna?
No, they actually did the election. The election happened. Trump and Hillary.
Oh yeah, but
so you think people believe Hillary, bro?
But then you can't compare that to a bullshit poll, though. You know. Or you
can't.
Are you comparing Hillary and Joe Biden?
We're assuming that, yeah.
Or Kamala. You can't compare.
Joe Biden. Did Joe Biden in 2020? The two things that have happened.
To Biden. Okay, I was gonna say, you can't compare Kamala because the election didn't happen. You know, this is bullshit. That's poll. The fact that is abortion and immigration on the same level of like concern to you? I mean, obviously not to us, but like if we looking at from a broad aspect with women and just the United States.
Well, if you break it down, the 2 components only you could separate the argument because like I could see that men is more interested probably in the immigration and the women probably more interested in the abortion.
Okay, yeah. All right, so then it is about the same.
And I could see the 15%, that 31%, that could be all of them come together.
Well, yeah, that's why I think Donald Trump wins economy and immigration.
91% of black people.
Huh?
It was 91%.
For Hillary?
Yes. Why are y'all surprised, bro?
I mean,
it's a Democrat plantation.
Wow,
they got plenty of workers.
Damn,
plenty.
Bro.
And they're not.
We escaped to the north, bro.
Yeah, we got through Harriet Tubman.
We did, bro. We escaped to the north. We found the Northern Star, y'all. We went up there with the Republicans that had the free black niggas.
I got me a good job in Chicago.
Last clip.
It was in Chicago.
In New York.
It was in Maryland.
Now to the campaign trail, where new polling appears to show former President Trump gaining ground in a few key states with just 6 weeks now until the election. Today's New York Times and Siena College poll has Trump in the lead in Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina, 2 of which President Biden won back in 2020. But you also need money to run a campaign, and new numbers show Harris well in the lead there. Washington correspondent Kelly Myers live for us outside of the White House. And Kelly, Trump seems to be pulling ahead in those Sun Belt states. What does this mean for both campaigns?
Sun Belt.
Yeah, 42 days until Election Day, and former President Donald Trump is getting a boost of support in the Sun Belt. Former President Trump was just in Arizona 1 week ago, and we know Vice President Harris will try to catch up with a visit to Arizona this Friday. Now, former President Trump gained a lead in Arizona, 50% to Harris's 45%. Just to note, he also remains ahead in another 2 battleground states, key here, Georgia and North Carolina. And Trump lost Arizona and Georgia to Biden in 2020. And a Democratic presidential candidate hasn't won North Carolina since 2008. Harris is trailing Trump there by a slim margin and has been visiting that state nearly once every week. A poll also found Harris is losing support from Latino voters in Arizona. And also what's interesting there is this ticket splitting that's going on. The Democratic Senate candidate is still ahead, though Harris is behind Trump. And as you mentioned, Nicole, you need money to fuel the campaign in these last few weeks. And Harris's campaign just announced another $27 million it raised at an NYC fundraiser this past weekend. They say that's the largest single event since Harris has been at the top of the ticket. One official saying the campaign is grateful because they are gearing up to contend with outside super PAC spending from the Trump side. And speaking of Trump, he will be heading to Georgia and North Carolina, those other states that we mentioned. He will be there this week. But it's interesting to note Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, who is well liked in the state of Georgia, will not be joining him in Savannah tomorrow, we're learning. Nicole.
All right, so another important state in all of this, Kelly, Wisconsin. You were just there covering the Harris campaign. What were you hearing from voters there?
And it's really mixed, especially in the more rural areas. You see yard signs for Trump, but also a lot for Harris. And there's this question around where there will be this maybe silent Harris vote. And there may be more support for Harris than you might think. Folks I was talking with in this rural part of Wisconsin near the Wisconsin-Iowa border, near the Mississippi River Valley, say some are afraid to put out their yard signs for Harris because Trump supporters keep stealing them. So they think there may be this quiet movement for Harris, especially with wives who have husbands that support Trump, but they may feel differently. There's also a Facebook group that encourages sticky notes with encouraging messages to women voters who may feel vulnerable if they vote differently than their loved ones. And you see in this latest polling here on your screen, 49.6% to 47.4%. So Harris holding a slim lead there, 2% lead over Trump in Wisconsin. So it's interesting studying this effect, that Trump effect we saw in 2016, where it was the silent Trump voter. Maybe we'll see that for Harris in 2024, but it really remains to be seen now with 6 weeks to go, Nicole.
All right, 6 weeks to go. Kelly, thank you.
Oh, I'm scared.
Thanks for watching. Go to join.
Register. We gotta go register.
Hold on.
I'm registered, bro.
Hold on.
You are?
Yeah.
Sound like he cap how he said that.
I'm registered, bro. For real.
He is, y'all.
Y'all.
He gonna do all this and not vote, bro. I know him.
Bro, I am voting. I'm not doing all this hooping and hollering. We did
old videos, y'all. He used to say, "I'm not voting. I'm doing all this and I ain't voting."
Hey, nah, I'm serious about this now, y'all. Too much.
I'm gonna have to go to Oklahoma to vote.
Too much. Bro, you talking about why I'm looking at you? I ain't even gonna expose you right now, bro. But anyways, bro. Hey,
See what type of nigga he is.
we just gonna have to see, man. I mean, that's just
Trump will win.
It's gonna be
believe
crazy.
Trump will win, man. I have faith in our country, and I have faith that our country is gonna live to its principles and its morals and not gonna fall for this.
The whole thing's gonna be legendary. Just seeing like when he's in office, and it's like you're gonna wake up every day and be like, well, is he a dictator today? Is he a dictator today? You're gonna go to all the liberal medias. We're gonna go to we just gonna look at these people that have said he's gonna be a dictator. and be like, when is he gonna do it, buddy? When is he gonna do it?
They'll find a way to say it.
They said we're in a dictatorship now. I feel changed.
They're not no damn.
I'm mentally changed.
Hey, I promise you, I'm
Under
gonna troll.
Donald
I'm gonna troll
Trump.
the internet. I'm gonna say,
Oh,
if Trump win, I'm gonna say, yes, we got our dictator.
Nah, but don't play like that. But
boosting.
don't play like that.
I'ma
But
start
that
boosting,
shit's
bro.
gonna be hilarious. It's like,
I'ma
when
start
is it
boosting.
happening? But when he gets out of office, he'll be like, so y'all did all this shit for him just to walk out of office in 2028.
He has to. Regardless.
I know, like the people, nobody's going for that. It's not our principle.
It'll be his second term.
Like,
People didn't even mention that. How's he
Oh my
gonna
God.
not leave office if he's done
and
2
then
terms?
this economy's gonna be good. Everything's gonna be good, and they're gonna say Joe Biden and Kamala Harris set him up for that. That's why he had a good economy.
They're gonna find
Hey, y'all, we're gonna find a way to take this fake shit off. I mean, we can't take it off the internet, but off the goddamn media TV. This shit is sad. But shit, we going, guys. Let's know what y'all think.